Arjuna did. For that, what Krishna is saying is, you are thinking about the things, you are worrying about the things actually which you are not supposed to worry about. And when I say not to worry, you are giving me logical reasoning. How should not I worry? So being intellectual people, you should not worry about the things. You should think about what should be done for that. If you go through that, you are worrying about the things actually which are not supposed to be worried. Because any situation, any challenge which comes in life, you're not supposed to worry about it, but you should think what you are supposed to do for that. But intellectually, using all our intelligence, what we are doing, rather than solving the things, we are questioning back, how can I not be reacting to this? Don't you think it's a common human quality? Don't you think being a human, I don't react to it? So we are losing all our logical sense for questioning, but not about solving the problem. Krishna says, use your logic, use your intelligence to resolve the things, but not to just have raising questions. So now Krishna says, 12th sloka. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadhipa na chaiva na bhivishyama sarve vayamatah param. What Krishna is saying now to Arjuna? Arjuna, you and me are not new to this world. Even before this life we were there. After this life also we will be there. So what he's talking about, the soul which was there all year, every time on this planet will be there again. Never it have death, nor never it died. So why you are thinking so much about this stuff? Only this body is new to us, but we are different from the body and we always existed. Right? You all agree to this? But when we are talking about in this spiritual aspect in psychological terms, when it comes to spirituality, it is talking about the soul. Soul was always existing. Okay, we don't know how many years old soul mine is and how many years old soul is yours. This body age may be different from the age of my soul is, right? So this is a spiritual perspective. Then what could be the psychological perspective? I am worried about a challenge or problem that came into my life today, right? And right from the childhood, once you take track of everything, do you think the challenge or problem is new to you? Is this first time? Can you assure anything like if today the problem is solved, never again any problem in your life is not going to pop up? So life itself is a combination of challenges. So challenges were there, challenge is there, challenge will be there. So never we should be worried about why the challenges are there in my life. You should be working on grooming up yourself so strong that you can face the challenges. Because today you may pray that I don't want this challenge and the challenge may vanish, but every day you cannot play. Got it? So here comes the 13th sloka where the Krishna express Dehinosmin yadha dehe.
Yatha dehe Kaumara.
Yeah, read.
Meena, madam?
Yeah, whoever started, please continue.
Mia?
Yeah.
Okay. Dehinosmin yata dehe Kaumaram yauvanam jara Tata deha antara paptihi Dhirastatra namuhyati.
Very good. So what is the cycle of our body? Childhood, adult, old age, and death, afterlife again, right? So this is the cycle and this is going to keep on happening in a spiritual perspective. In the childhood, what happens in the same way, now like we discussed about a product life cycle, whichever comes into the market with a new technology, it starts, take a growth stage, maturity, downfall, and a new kind of technology enters into the market. So whoever are using your mobiles, like, which is some S1 or S2, today you might be using S9. So always the product life cycle goes in this way. And don't you think this life cycle is applicable to emotions also? If you recall your
Yes.
childhood days, the emotion which traumatized very badly on you, you cried or you were angry or you couldn't sleep. Today, if you recall them, do you have the same emotional state? You will not have it. So whenever a problem or challenge comes into your life, then what happens? You will have that pain. The pain will be increased and the pain will be saturated. After the pain or that emotion is saturated, definitely the downfall of that emotion will definitely take place. So you have to accept the fact that no emotion will stay consistently forever. As day and night come and go, as sun and moon come and go, as seasons come and go, as leaves of a tree come and go, the emotions also come and go. So whenever you are in a state, you need to first say to yourself, like, the emotion which I'm having today will not be consistent for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Definitely it is going to vanish. So the pressure on your head, in your heart will come down and you will think about what need to be done for that. You can take anything in your life. The pain that gave on that particular day will not be similar today. So this is the life cycle of emotion. Emotion will not be consistent forever. The intensity of them do change. But you need to allow them to change. Few emotions will be in such a way that if you hold them tight, they will not leave you. And few emotions which are holding you tight are nothing but the kama and krodha. Rest all emotions you easily forgive, but this kama, krodha, why should I? The ego factor comes here. The ego factor comes in. Why should I forgive the other person? Why did they do this to me? How can they do this to me? Should I suffer? This I factor will not allow us to let go the things more easily, so that what happens? We will start being in trouble and we will be carrying those two negative emotions because we are doing it consciously. But unconsciously, every emotion will stay only for a temporary period, and after a certain period, it will definitely come down. Done?
Yes.
Yes. So in our next session, I want you all to please write about your emotions, thoughts, and I want to, like, if you have any queries till now, whatever we discussed about emotions, I'll clarify them. Then I'll go to the answers of Krishna, how Krishna was saying about to handle our panchendriyas, because they are the reason for processing the information in our mind. Panchendriyas, the sense organs, are the main sources of gathering the information, processing the information in our mind. So we will be dealing about these aspects in our next session. So before starting those slokas and session, if you have any doubts, we'll clarify them in the next session and we will move forward with the slokas. Done?
Okay.
As part of the emotions, you know, in the psychology aspect, as part of the emotion, is this all we will cover, ma'am?
Which one? This is unlimited actually, like when we are supposed to cover emotions, but most of us know. So I just started off like, giving you just what emotions are, negative and positive emotions, where we need to work out at thought level and belief level, how the anger will be, how usually we express the anger.
Are
Okay.
you going to teach us any kind of tools?
You want
where
to learn
we
the
can,
tools of NLP? I can help you with NLP tools.
maybe some things which we can practice, right? See, all of these types of emotions and types of, the consequences, all of these right now, what we learned is purely theory, right?
Yes.
But when I want to go back and implement or try these on some of the patients that I work with,
Okay.
then I want to know some tools where I can go back and use them.